I'm John Hinkle, the senior pastor of First Presbyterian Church. This is your Saturday morning preview of Sunday morning sermon, and I'm doing it on Friday. Charlotte's going out of town on her anniversary weekend. How great is that? So I thought, let's post this now, and that's one last thing she has to worry about. So all that being said, we find ourselves on the fifth Sunday of Lent, and we are continuing this series of sermons looking at 7 perspectives that we will encounter as we walk this road to Jerusalem with Jesus to the cross, and experience all the heartache that comes with Maundy, Thursday, and Good Friday. And eventually, though, the great joy, as Bobby always reminds us, the great joy that's Easter Sunday. That it almost puts all, it does. It doesn't almost, it does. It puts everything that we are experiencing in perspective. So this Sunday, we're gonna shift a little bit. And before we do, let me just tell you, I had a conversation after the last Sunday I preached where we looked at persecution, where I had a member of the church who would tell you he didn't really grow up in the church, so thus he didn't really experience Lent. And he said to me, and he was being very honest and open, he said, Lent's pretty hard. Lent's pretty difficult. And it is difficult because Lent, if we take Lent seriously in what we experience during Lent, it forces us to understand something very, very important. It forces us to understand why Jesus had to die for us, because we are broken and depraved individuals. And not only are we grateful that Jesus loves us so much that he's willing for us to die, but we also have to kind of confess and recognize that our brokenness is simply adding to the brokenness of the rest of humanity, right? So it is hard. So this Sunday is going to be a little bit different, because in the middle of all of this heaviness, we're going to experience a party. Our text comes from Luke 15. It's a series of parables that Jesus tells, where he tells 3 parables in a row about searching and finding the lost coin, the shepherd and the lost sheep. And the final parable in Luke 15 is the parable of the prodigal son. The prodigal son may be one of Jesus' most famous parables. Not only believers know it, but non-believers, where you have a young son who demands from his father his inheritance. Now there's so much to unpack here, but it's an inheritance that's not his, nor does he deserve. The inheritance goes to the oldest son. Well, what does the father do? He gives what his son asked for, and the son ungratefully leaves. He takes his money, and Luke says he goes to a faraway land, and he squanders every amount that was given to him. I stumbled over that, didn't I? He squandered all of it. That's what I wanted to say. And then he comes back home with his tail tucked between his legs. And he's going to ask his dad for forgiveness, because it'd be much better, as he realizes, to eat the food that the servants eat than eat the food of the pigs that he was eating. But when his father sees him, we are told that he rushes out to him, he embraces him, he loves him, and he throws a party for him. And not just any party, but a prodigious party. That's our word for the Sunday, prodigious. It means something that is big and huge that people will notice. He covers him in the finest clothing. He takes off his rings and puts it on his son's fingers. He kills the fatted calf so they'll have something to eat. But then the oldest son comes out of the fields. He's been working all day. He's been working ever since the little boy left. And he finds his father. And hearing the commotion, he asks this one question: what is the meaning of this? That's what we're going to explore this Sunday as we look at this prodigious party that a father throws for his lost Sunday. What is the meaning of this? And hopefully we'll understand and grasp that part of the meaning of this is why Jesus goes to the cross for us. So remember and be in prayer. for not only me as I get ready for the sermon, but this is the beginning of our habitat build. We've got a crew already down there this morning. We'll have a crew. I'll be with them this afternoon. Then again on Saturday, we'll repeat the process. Crew in the morning, crew in the afternoon. So be praying for us. Be praying for all our families that are going away from spring break. And if you're not away on spring break, I hope to see you this Sunday. Have a great day.